Hi, my name is Courtney Abston, and this is going to be my persuasive speech. The title of my speech is Condoms, the Uncomfortable Topic. Before I begin, I would just like to add that I do have my outlines. They were what I was going to use as my second visual aid, but since that I do not have an audience anymore, I will not be using them, but I am going to be holding them for reference, but I'll also be looking at my cards. So if you see me glance down, I promise I'm not reading off this. I'm reading off my cards. I'm just having both visual aids present. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Condoms. Of all the topics that are out there, why is this one making a headline? The reason it's making a headline is because it's something that is not talked about. It is an uncomfortable conversation among teens and their superiors. It is commonly something that is swept under the rug, but when a teen comes out pregnant, the supervisor tends to act surprised. They also act surprised when a student contracts an HIV or AIDS. They commonly ask the question, why does this keep happening? We've taught them the basics in health class. We've given them all the information they need to know. Which is all very true, but you aren't giving them access to something that could potentially save them from a disaster. Condoms should be provided in school systems to normalize the conversation of sex, reduce the teen pregnancy rate, and reduce the spread of HIV and AIDS. Normalizing the conversation of sex is the first step in solving an ongoing problem in school systems. Sex is a topic that is extremely uncomfortable to talk about. We know, we've all sat in those classes in high school where the sex experts come in and they tell us about how we don't need to have sex because it makes babies. It gives us an HIV or AIDS, and it gives us all these problems. But instead of maybe telling them what they shouldn't be doing, why don't you and still inform them on what they need to know, but also maybe give them the thing they need to reduce that as well. What they aren't telling school children is, yes, if you have sex, these things can happen, but there's also this cool little thing called a condom that could help you as well. They don't tell people that. They want to just tell them not to do something. Well, I think we all know when you tell a kid not to do something, that's the first thing they're going to go do. All right, I have an example for you. Okay, when you go to a school nurse, you can get a Band-Aid. Okay, by keeping Band-Aids in a school nurse, are you encouraging children to hurt themselves? Of course not. You're just making that available to them. The same way with condoms. You do not have to advertise, hey, we have condoms in the nurse's office. You can come get one. And then after you go get one, you run around and tell everybody. That's not what it's for. But you could still do the same thing with condoms that you do with Band-Aids. It would still be helping fix a problem. And I have the point up here. Stop giving advice. Start giving the means to help. They're offered on college campuses, and it should be normal advantages. Yes, one thing I forgot to talk about is they are offered on college campuses. You can go to any nurse, any bathroom, basically anywhere on campus and get something. I know at UNA they have them in the GUC, they have them in the Commons, and I know that a couple of the classrooms are considered sex resource classrooms, and you can go there and get them as well. But the thing is, another thing that it's done is it's really relaxed the environment on college campuses. You're seeing less teen rates. You're seeing, teen birth rates. You're seeing less spread of HIV and AIDS. You're seeing all kinds of things, positive things coming from having condoms available. The second thing that providing condoms in schools will help is reduce the teen pregnancy rate. According to the CDC, the teen pregnancy rate is up by 18.8%. That means that kids are literally having kids, which is crazy to me. Also, the condoms, when you reduce the teen pregnancy rate, you're also going to reduce the teen dropout rate. All right, right now, we're increasing the dropout rate. 50% of mothers drop out. Okay, so let's say people aren't using condoms. Okay, well, these mothers that are getting pregnant are dropping out of school. Okay, well, if a condom is 98% effective, that's a 98% chance that these mothers won't have children. So they won't have to drop out and they won't have to ruin their lives over it. If you have the means to fix a problem, why are you not fixing the problem? And the number that I got for this one was from Medical News Today. And the number that I got for the dropout rate was from the CDC. The third thing that providing condoms in school systems will reduce is the spread of HIV and AIDS. So, let's take a look at how you even contract an HIV or AIDS. How do you even get an STD? You get it through bodily fluid contact, vaginal fluid / semen, and blood. The first two people normally think about. What people don't normally think about is blood. Okay, menstrual cycle, blood. Okay, a guy could get a cut anywhere and he gets it on your bodily fluid or on you. Okay, well, he could have a cut down there from shaving. Okay, when you're partaking in the action of sex, you don't think about that. But that condom provides that barrier between you and that other person. So you have the means to help, you just got to use it. According to PubMed.gov, teens who are using condoms are 90 to 95% less to contract an HIV or AIDS. 90 to 95%, y'all. That's crazy. It's crazy that that's even a thing, and people are not coming to the conclusion, oh, wait, if we put these in school systems, it might actually help. Yeah, it's gonna help, but you haven't given it a chance because we as people put a stereotype around it, and you can't do that. You just can't do it. If you start making condoms available in school systems, you're going to be lowering the chance of obtaining an STD or AIDS by 10 to 20%. 10 to 20%. That's how much you're going to be lowering that rate. But so again, why are we not doing it? When you have the chance to help, why are you not partaking in that action? It's going to provide a more relaxed environment. It's going to decrease teen pregnancy rates, decrease the spread of STDs, and open doors to new conversations. So in conclusion, as you can see, condoms being provided in school systems would provide less teen birth rates, decrease the spread of HIV and AIDS, and would normalize the conversation of sex. Most people don't see the importance of normalizing the topic of sex, but the more normal it is, the more likely teens are to speak up when it comes to all kinds of topics, such as rape. Those topics can open doors if it's more normal. Some people don't speak up because the conversation isn't normal. I'm not saying that a teacher should keep a ball of condoms underneath their desk, but I am saying that if a child were to go to a school nurse, that it should be available to them to get if they need them. Condoms are currently not provided in high school systems, but they are available across college campuses, and it really has made a more relaxed environment. I hope today you are able to see that even though this might be a very uncomfortable topic, this is something that could change and potentially save thousands of students. Thank you for listening.